Alright, we're playing some extra God of War this week as we beat a game early. So I think I was planning on doing a little bit more Muspelheim stuff. Although I do want to push the main story before we do further side quests, because I would like to get the ability to work between all the doors. It'll make the side questing faster and more convenient. So I'll give this like one more try. See how it goes.
Be ready, boy.
I am.
Shot for shot remake of Shadow Hearts. Dante's Inferno was it? Enemies resurrect if other enemies are still alive. Okay, I guess that's what I didn't read last time. I gotta kill them all at the same time. That's rough. Took the kid out already. Jeez. Can y'all not do that? Uh-oh. One of them died, that's not good. Okay, got it. I think I can manage that. Ouch. Oof. I gotta get her to almost dead if I can, and then finish her off with the ogre. This is where healing would be real nice. Nope. Alright, I gotta make it to phase 2 with more health, I think. I don't know how many of these waves are available. I don't want to spend too much time attempting this. This is still neat content, but I do wonder whether they intended to have like all 9 realms in this game and had to cut some of them out and be like, oh, Odin blocks you from going here.
I am.
Come on, guys. Get them all in a line, that would be fantastic. Might be able to, we'll see. Not all of them. Perfect. Perfect, alright. Okay, I guess I'll ask once the game's over. I feel like it's also a question whether they want to keep things unused for an inevitable sequel to this game, which seems fine. It took them 3 games to get to the entire Greek pantheon. Oh shit, I guess I double tapped that on accident. Alright, see if I can use this to kill the other one at the same time. We'll see. Hopefully that cutscene doesn't count against me with the witch respawning. Alright, phew. How about phase 3? Ooh, that's annoying. I guess only one of them's a burrower, so I should try to kill him last. This kid? shit. Killed that one too fast. Leave the doggo alone. Yeah, that's how they respawn, okay. Let's get him as low as possible. He's definitely the strongest one here. This one's too close to full ship. If I could get Spartan Rage, that would help a lot of wrapping this up. Hey, first try. I'll take it. Let's see what the next one is. Smoldering Embers. Right, that's why they were able to craft all those things. Neat.
So, nobody lives here, do they?
Only a fire giant could be at home here. And according to prophecy, we won't see them again till Ragnarok.
Cool. Go back to the dwarf real quick and see if I can make anything with those smoldering embers. I do get some anxiety in this game about spending resources on crafting. Because if you sell the item...
Tell me again how Odin knew we were going to Jotunheim before we did.
Cool.
Odin is extremely clever, you see. Nearly as clever as he thinks he is. And he's a collector of prophecies. If it's about the future, he adds it to his collection. Helps him style himself as all-seeing and all-knowing. But of course, the idea is control. Control of the future, control of his fate. He'd control every realm of every land in every world if he could. Every potential pocket of resistance, he seeks to eliminate. Even if you've never posed a threat before, he may think one day you might. So you see, it's not important how he knew before you did. It's important that he was right.
They've already planted the whole Norse mythology. Whether time is cyclical or time is simultaneous, something's a little janky with it. I guess we'll see. Oh, that was a different Brock shop than I was expecting. I think he was near the Arena 1. That's okay. We'll come back there later. The main quest stuff anyway. Smoldering Ember, I need 24 to make any of these. They all seem pretty good though, stats-wise. Could make that. The concussive burn damage to nearby enemies. Or a fire, increasing strength, restoring a small amount of health when damage is taken. Put the entire set to increase the chance. Prevents interruptions by attacks when damage is taken. We just got the chisel. We're trying to get the stuff we need to carve the rune to go to Jotunheim, but I have a feeling that we're going to get more setbacks in that process. I can make this now. Barehanded damage. That's funny because the travelers all have big Dark Souls weapons. Slowly regenerate a protective barrier that absorbs a single attack. I really like that. That's definitely my preferred playstyle. Guess I don't know how long that takes to generate though. What would it cost to upgrade this guy? It's a pretty significant strength hit. But it's a very significant vitality boost. Barehanded attacks. Defense interruptions.
Yeah, boy.
Sharpshooter garb. Increases stun inflicted by melee attacks. Trace will sometimes find health stones when Kratos is injured. Increases health stun potency. It did go well. Probably gonna take this one. I don't think it's terrible. Holy shit, I have a ton of hack silver. Did I get all that from doing Muspelheim stuff?
What else?
Searcher's Grip of Flame. Grant Wrath of Flame on a successful hit. Greatly increases strength, restores a small amount of health, and fires a wave of energy on normal attacks. Just spent resources on upgrading this grip. So I need to get it another level up for it to have the same stats. So I'll not do that. Summon a Raging Muspelheim Maelstrom.
What you need?
Aim.
What next?
Hardened Steel still, and I need more Lepter alloys. Okay, so I should make some stuff. I just have to decide what I want. I think I definitely want this, despite the strength penalty. I'm worried. I like this mechanic so much of generating a barrier that I'm worried I'm not going to want to replace this item. We'll go ahead and get it, though.
That ought to keep them from hacking bits off you.
So we'll see how long it takes for it to go away, too. Let's see. Oh man, I really upgraded the strength on the metal plated bracers, didn't I? I guess that's the same as an extra enchantment socket. It gives me some healing when I take damage. Alright.
Very proudly, you son of a bitch.
And can I do anything new with waste? Well, I guess so. Big strength penalty, though. Let's look at what it costs to upgrade my new stuff here. Breastplate of the Traveler requires armor shards. To find more Travelers to do that. More Smoldering Embers and Crest of Flame, which I haven't found yet. Do I want this? So my general philosophy is that the best defense is a good offense. But being able to survive longer might be nice. I don't know, it's a hard call. Some enemies have a lot of hit points. He'll look less stupid if he has a matching waist armor, but is that really a reason to do anything in a game? Some would argue it's the only reason to do anything in a game. I think you can farm. I haven't really been in a position to farm for the whole game so far, so I don't know, but it is plus 10 Vit. The same enchantment sockets. I'll just let it go for now until I can afford to upgrade it as well.
Where were we on that other?
Fashion is the only reason, right? Go to sockets. Oh, do I have to unsocket my old gear? I guess so. I see. I lose a socket because I have to upgrade the breastplate of the Traveler first. Oh, but I've got an extra one of the Smoldering Brimstone. Okay. Grant a health burst and a successful runic attack kill. That's one we were on before, I think. Like Animal Crossing, I know these things. I know I should know better, right? Yeah, this is just strictly better than his old armor. Cool. We'll see how that health stone assist actually pays off. Okay, let's push the main story for a little bit. To Midgard, please. I think I went the opposite direction I wanted to go to get to Midgard. Might be new stuff to do in Alfheim, but I'm probably gonna... Wait, Sorry. Oh, press triangle to return to Midgard. I guess it's the second time I've ever used the thing, so...
Kinda sounded important.
I'm sure it's nothing. He just said the boy seemed familiar to him.
Me? That's impossible.
Well, I quite agree. Unless, perhaps, he refers to something yet to be.
Interesting.
Said, when Jormungandr and Thor battle at Ragnarok, their clash so violently shakes the Tree of Life that it splinters, casting the serpent backward through time, even before his own birth.
What?
That's pretty cool.
Madness.
Well, I did say not to concern yourself.
Interesting. I like the critical lore we're getting out of Mimir on these journeys here. This game is really good at answering questions and raising questions. But like, all the questions it causes you to ask are reasonable, if that makes sense. And there's a solid set of reasonable guesses that you could make. Here we go.
Brother, the chisel.
It's like a Westworld, right? Westworld plants a lot of stuff and you can figure it out if you're paying close enough attention. It trends closer to Westworld than like Game of Thrones, where people are coming up with absolutely ridiculous theories that are never going to be true.
Wow. Can't believe we're setting foot in Tyr's vault. Another one of these.
Get it, boy. Oh, sweet.
Tyr, but the middle
Sorry,
panel
okay.
is missing. Wait, I thought Tyr was a god, not a giant.
Aye, but he was loved by everyone, including the giants. Other than me, he was the only one they gifted with their special sight.
Still has a
I
hand.
wonder if the giants left a triptych about me somewhere too.
Yeah. Don't get to use the word triptych very often. Lots of little moments in early home stuff.
Actually, come look. Let me show you how to read this.
That
Oh.
is not necessary.
You've taught me so much. Let me teach you something.
That's cool. Okay.
Atreus.
Fine.
Come on. You already speak it. Learning to read won't be that hard.
I know how to read, boy. Just not this tongue.
You're halfway there already then. Okay, so the runes represent a lot of different things. Some gods, some animals.
Wait,
Some... Oh, am I going too fast? Sorry.
not that. Do you smell something?
Yeah, I do. Smells like... rain?
Oh shit. Thor's pissed.
You ruined everything. I earned that fucking hammer. But now, everyone's gonna think I only got it because Magni's gone. It'll be a joke.
Interesting.
But if I kill you, no one's gonna laugh at me.
Not Thor.
Oh, are you dumb? That your father's doing? Or did you get it from your mum? She's stupid and ugly. Shut up!
Boy of Thor.
No, About my mother!
Oh, it's true. But I'm gonna get to know you really well. You're gonna be my new brother. Right after I finish killing your father!
Oh shit, he's in his Spartan rage!
Whoops.
Oh, he tried
I
to.
think I broke him.
Yeah, I'm in a Spartan rage though.
No. Stay back.
Nope.
No. No. This isn't over.
I don't think that was Thor. I think that was the brother from earlier.
The boy.
Atreus.
You
Maybe
have
you're
to
super
get into
dead.
Freya quickly. There's no other way.
Thor's gonna be way scarier. Man, kid was doing fine as long as I was doing side quests. The lack of indicator. Whoa, what's going on?
Take the boat. Freya's isn't far.
Boy, it doesn't look good. Like they prevent you from going the wrong way here, it's like. Allergic to the main story quest, right? Right. Although after seeing the nightmare that is World of Warcraft's approach to storytelling, I give a huge pass to Final Fantasy XIV now. It's still got a dialogue precision problem, but
It's her.
What is happening to him?
I've seen it in mortals that some conflict of the mind expresses itself as an ailment of the body. Never in a god, but a god believing himself mortal. I can only imagine. We're almost there.
that's interesting. Kratos doesn't need to paddle on both sides. Really leave on good terms with Freya last time. I like that they make you walk for this. This game excels in a lot of ways, but I think the number one bullet point I would give is its pacing is phenomenal.
Somebody just called the serpent.
Interesting. This is a cool camera angle too. I have control over it still. He's kind of pacing, he was breathing really fast even though he didn't really exert himself. Yeah, I agree.
The fever burns hotter. He is shaking.
It's serious. We must hurry.
Freya! Open the door! We need your help! Woman, do you hear me? It is urgent!
I'm still a god. Go away.
The boy has fallen ill! Freya! He is ill.
Inside.
This is no ordinary illness. The boy's true nature, your true nature, fights within him.
I did this to him. Will you help me?
Oh.
Of course. There is a rare ingredient found only in Helheim. The keeper that protects the Bridge of the Damned. I need its heart.
Hell,
The realm of the dead. Do you know it?
not this one.
Not this one.
It is a land of unyielding cold. Fires cannot burn there, and no magic in all the 9 realms can create a blaze. As for the dead, your frost axe will be useless. You'll need to find something else.
Then I must return home.
Really? Oh, cool.
Past I swore would stay buried.
He's gonna get his
Who you were before doesn't matter.
weapons back from God of War.
This boy is not your past, he is your son. And he needs his father. This rune opens the bridge to Helheim. When you are there, do not under any circumstances cross the Bridge of the Damned. There is no road back. Understand?
Boy,
Himmele, you must hurry. Through my garden, there's a path leading to my boat. Take it. Return home. Dig up your past. Do whatever you need to do. Just bring me back the
100%.
Bridgekeeper's heart, and your son may survive.
Planting, right? She wouldn't say it if it wasn't gonna happen. That sequence was really cool. I like how they got really subtle emoting on Kratos. His eyes when he was sitting there, he was shaking coming up the
last we
elevator.
spoke, I was
No. You were right to distrust the word of a god. No need to explain. Not to me, not for that. I will keep him safe. That's a mother's promise.
Mother's promise. There's our second plant that I think she's Baldur's mom. Doesn't she burn the mistletoe arrows? I doesn't think she's noticed that he's got mistletoe on his quiver yet.
Helheim of all places.
They had another plant about
You
that
all right,
earlier
brother?
too.
I will do what I must. Leave me be.
As you wish.
This game is incredible. It probably deserves... Did it get Game of the Year 2018? I can't... I've said this a million times playing this so far, but I can't believe how well this works within the Kratos mythos. Because he's such a, like... parody of a male power fantasy. You know... that you can take this character and suddenly treat him very seriously and put him in this different role with all these foil characters is really impressive. It's all arbitrary, who says what's Game of the Year. And most of the games that are competing are apples and oranges and not really to be compared. It's the same problem with like the Oscars. Oh, this didn't get an Oscar because it happened to be released in the same year as this other movie. Interesting. I don't know how much we were going to get from the previous games.
Athena.
Transforms it, exactly.
Get out of my head.
Did he kill Athena in God of War 1 through 3? I assumed he just killed the entire Greek pantheon. Cool. I hope this game is an indicator to all of the devs out there that, like, masterfully crafted single-player only experiences are a thing that we all still want, you know? even like just the linear story. I mean, it kind of has that Tomb Raider 2013 level of non-linearity, the ability to go back and revisit and pick up stuff you missed earlier with Metroidvania style progression upgrades. But it's a much more directed experience. Like Breath of the Wild and Subnautica kind of set standard for how open world games should progress if they want to have a story. It's all one camera shot. Sky and everything here, that's very cool. And the mirrors mostly shut up here too. Looks like doing those charges. Spartan Rage? That's kind of cool.
On your left.
Thanks.
Behind you, brother.
Alright. These guys I can't do damage with the axe.
Behind you, watch out.
Thanks, Mimir. You're a bro. Best direction? Is it the same? I forget his name. The guy that did God of War and Gotham City Imposters and Twisted Metal. Is he the director of this? Cool. Oh, the lighting in this too. Yeah. Cool.
There's nowhere you can hide, Spartan. Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing.
He's doing that rapping animation in the
Pretend
beginning of the
to be
game
everything
too.
You are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
She could have said, "You will always be the god of war." I'm really glad they didn't do that.
But I am your monster no longer.
Cool.
All right, brother. Let's see what this place.
Nice. Oh wow. The gameplay is actually pretty similar. They're the same animations. That's awesome because the rest of the game does not control similarly at all. Okay, I can switch freely, it looks like. Left. That's rad. I like how it still has the slight, like, pause whenever you hit, which I think is really necessary for a ranged weapon like that. You notice that in, what's the game? Overwatch right now, if you play as Brigitte, she has like a big flail that she whips around, and it extends so far from the player that it makes it very difficult to tell, use my words here. It makes it very difficult to tell when you're hitting, because it's kind of hard to get depth perception with it, so having the game pause ever so slightly every time you land a hit is really good for giving you the visceral feedback. That's a really cool attack. At 3 games, oh, that's a bad idea. Really dig the scorpion attack too. Hello, old friend.
Yes, those blades will serve quite well in Helheim. Well, I believe I see a
Oh,
door
I didn't
to
recognize the
realm
music,
between
that's
realms over
cool.
there, in your own front yard, no less. Take the shortcut back to the Realm Travel Temple, then on to Helheim, yeah?
It's convenient. Wonder if it was there the whole time and it just didn't have the blue yet because you hadn't visited it before. That'd be cool. Presumably I get new skills? I do. Oh, dang. Alright. Well, I got all this XP. Hail an enemy and yank them towards Kratos. Oh, it's what I was just doing. Okay, it gave it to me by default. Not sustaining damage, power up the Blades of Chaos, and inflict burn damage in every hit. Bonus to luck and runic. Aim and press R2 to perform a powerful sweeping attack. That seems good. Hold to launch enemies in the air. Sounds useful. We'll just grab all these. See if Brock wants to upgrade this shit. Dope. I like the way they concealed that. Oh, there's separate runic attacks for them. That's cool. Oops. One hitting all bandits in full Daedric armor, yet they keep coming at me instead of running away. Played a couple games that have pulled that off. Where like the mobs go from actively attacking you to you pass some point in the game they just run. Actually, Earthbound did that. When you would clear a dungeon, it would still make you leave the dungeon while the enemies would run away from you.
Back there. Anything you'd like to get off your chest, brother? I can assure you I'm unsurpassed in keeping confidences. Well, you know where to find me. And for the record, I'd already guessed you were Greek. Athena? Dead giveaway.
Nice. I like that Mimir calls Kratos brother. They seem to have a cool relationship too. It's the same in Spider-Man. Everyone knows who Spider-Man is. All the thugs think they can take you. Right. I think Batman did a good job with that, right? Arkham Asylum, where, like, all the guards are immediately terrified of you. I guess you shouldn't be terrified of Spider-Man, but...
What? Hey! You reek of foreign magic! Sweet Nana's nethers. What are those? I've never seen the like. That's gotta be a family heirloom.
No. Nor will it ever be.
Son, my brother and me created Mjolnir for the big idiot. I know from quality. And them special. Hey, where's the little turd?
He has fallen ill.
No. What happened? Aesir?
No. The fault is mine. And my responsibility to make it right.
No. We all gotta take responsibility sometime. Huh? Say, what can I do to help him? I can do things. When I should tag along?
Aw.
No.
There's your...
Your work here is enough.
All right. So where are you off to in such a hurry?
The realm of the dead.
Helheim? Shit, this is serious.
Oh, this
I'll
game
be
is so
keeping my
good.
eye on you.
I love that when he mentioned the kid that Kratos did the thing where he's like holding his eyes at the top of his head to try to hold back frustration.
Don't worry, kids are tough. When I was his age, I cut my own head clean off. And I'm none the worse for wear.
Oh, I should have saved my embers. I don't have the kid with me. No! Alright, it's fine. It's not fine at all. Freaking out. Be alright. It's not alright. You gotta have Atreus for that shit to matter, though. Yeah, it's like... There's some really great traditional storytelling stuff in this, too. Like, when, things get bad as the kid is about to teach you something and you start to have this father-son moment. Like if it were a movie and the scene were a little bit longer, like, oh my god, stuff's about to get really bad, right? You ever watch a movie or watch a TV show and characters start planning for the future? Oh yeah, we're gonna go on vacation. They're super dead. I know, right, prop? Helheim, let's go.
Helheim. It's done. We really are doing this.
That's the Bifrost room. Trestle. Do not walk over the bridge of the dam. The sickness. That's funny, you saucer. Helheim.
I'll be watching your back.
Thanks, man. I really like that he's such a dick, and he honestly offered to come travel with me.
Is absolutely insane. Not even Odin can survive this cold. So, keep those blades working.
That Helheim is comparably cold to Niflheim?
Is this the bridge Freya spoke of?
No, we're still on the realm travel bridge. We're after the Bridge of the Damned. The dead use it to cross into their permanent home, the city of Helheim. The bridgekeeper reminds admission. He's the one we want. Just follow this bridge. It should lead us straight to him. No.
That's the same attack. I can't believe they got it to fit. Given how different this combat system is, that's really cool. Like, you can still juggle in this game. That's awesome. I dig it. I'm doing
Use the
well.
fire of your blades to burn away that hell's bramble blocking the path.
Oh, now we've got progression upgrade to deal with brambles. Good to know. Spartan charge. Okay, may as well equip it. I have no other choice. L1, R1. You give it a try. That's cool.
See that? One of the many reasons we went back for those blades.
Thank you, Mimir. Good looking out as always. Cool. Yeah, I thought he was gonna go to Greece too, then I recognized it was the house from the start of the game. He had them buried down where the kid was hiding. May have been what Baldur was after, but I don't think so. Oh, that's sweet. And you get way bigger crowds of enemies now, too. That's kind of cool. So I guess the axe is pretty good for single target. You not? Shit, I'm gonna die. And I'm dead. Alright, let's not get surrounded. Let's keep them in front of us.
Use the fire of your blades to burn away that hell's bramble blocking the path. See that? One of the many reasons we went back for those blades.
Thank you. Oh shit. Don't get dead. I'll try. Oh cool, remember that I got the chest. Get back over. Oh, I can't pull them over a thing. I see. They can climb me though. Good. These things run like husks in Mass Effect. I see a little rage meter that builds up separate on the blades.
Only the newly dead should be here. There's too many. The gate must be closed, and if the gate's closed, then it's true. Hell's full up. Without the Valkyrie to sort and cull them, hell is overwhelmed.
Probably gonna be something with that tool later. Cool. Have you been in Land of the Dead? Not this one.
Locked. Now what?
I feel like the main series callbacks in this one are nice. They remind me of like the ones in Last Crusade. What's that? It's the Ark of the Covenant. Are you sure? Pretty sure. The only... Let's make sure I'm missing another thing around here. Two-minute loading screen. I'll have to let you go. Nice. There's a quick turn button in this game, right? Oh, shit, that was an accident. There's a way to quick turn, I think. I don't remember what it is. Allegedly killed. It's kind of sort of the opening of God of War 1, right? It shows him jumping from the cliff. So I came. It's a chest. Make sure I get all the things here.
When we killed the Reavers near my home, they came here. How did they return so quickly?
Time doesn't move the same between all realms, especially where the spirit world is concerned.
Like the light of Alfheim.
The opposite, in fact. The Lake of Souls feels faster than Alfheim time, but Hell is much slower than Midgard. Sorry, I'm sure that's confusing.
If we will be back to my son all the sooner, that is good.
Ah, aren't you a quick study?
Nice. How do I get to the chest? Probably involves burning out the brambles there. So I'm guessing all of the runic attacks that you get for this thing are gated in the other world by those brambles. I've seen a couple chests that were blocked by those. Oh shit. Hi guys, how are y'all? Can you not? Okay. Statues are cool. So much hack silver. This game really ramps that shit up. It's really hard to upgrade stuff in the early game. They're just like, here, catch up. Uh-oh. Try to climb the thing on the right. I guess that's not happening. This guy's new. So I've fought a dude like him in the past. I like how much stun comes out of this. Okay, I can't knock him up, it looks like. He's got buddies! Shit. Shit. Fuck that up. Fuck that up too. Oh. I gotta learn this guy's parry pattern. He's different from the fire ones. I know I'm getting stun locked over here. Yikes. Don't let that happen. Golly. I wonder if I can interrupt attacks with block. I think I can get stun locked so I can't roll out. That's the one that's okay. So he starts red and then he goes yellow. So. Calculated. Perfect. The guy that I run at the other dudes, stop throwing. That went better.
Is it within hell?
Oh, no. Valhalla is part of Asgard. Only the worthy dead go there, the warriors who die in glorious combat. Hell is for those who die in dishonor.
Criminals.
Aye, and those dead of disease, mishap, age.
It is dishonorable to grow old.
Well, never too late to go out fighting, I suppose.
It's like, was the Elysian Fields? It's the, equivalent in Greek mythology. Hades just kind of sucks for everybody, and the Elysian Fields are slightly nicer. It's actually how, it works in Semitic mythology, too. Like, everybody just goes to Sheol, but
Will killing the bridgekeeper
faithful
help the
Jews
dead
go to the
with
land of
God?
Abraham, which is
I
a
don't
slightly
expect
nicer
it will.
part of Sheol.
No, I don't suppose it will make things any worse either. It'll be one less obstacle for the living to reach the inner sanctum of Helheim. But who'd be mad enough to go there?
That would be me. Gotta come back with the boy. Alright. Or some other source of lightning damage, I guess. Whoa.
The Bridge of the Damned. And there's the
What's that
keeper,
in the
making
distance?
sure the dead are really dead.
What is that he holds?
That totem contains a powerful source of magical energy, the very power of Helheim itself. But what you want is his heart. Just take it and we can leave.
How?
Start some trouble. You can do that, right?
What is that? It's cool looking. Even in Helheim, fucking trolls. Do not cross this. Thanks, bro. Big ol' owl bear. Kratos is a self-defense kind of guy. I feel like his motto is don't start no shit, there won't be no shit. Oh shit. Let's switch the axe. Oh, he can teleport? Fantastic. Looks like he has multiple phases though, so that helps with the whole HP sponge problem. I don't think that charge attack actually matters terribly much. Oops. Hey Chaos, how you doing? Phase change, that's why that didn't do anything. Oh jeez. Lame ads. The worst. Let's see if that counts as a checkpoint at phase or not, too. Whenever he does that, he summons more ads. Thanks, thanks. Oof. That slow stun lock, man, I gotta get some, like, ice resistance. That's a cool attack animation there. More ads, my favorite. Okay, he can blow up the ads for me when he does that. Shit. Oh jeez, not so great actually. Here we go. Ready for some bullshit. Maybe I can leave one ad alive and he won't keep resummoning them. I don't know if these guys tend to drop health stones or what. Shit. Nope, I'm dead, so well, maybe I'll get out of it. Nope. Took a little bit of damage from it. Let's see if it checkpoints me. Yeah, the teleporting feels fair, right? You can kind of see where he's going to go. It gives you a second to dodge. Alright, and it did checkpoint me. So, again, solving my issues with the trolls. Thanks, game. I think I was pretty close to the next checkpoint, though, which is kind of a bummer. Keep walking into that wall, dude. No such thing as cheese. More ads. No, more of this, I see. Giant fidget spinner. This guy's really cool, actually. This is really just the default trolls that I don't like. I guess maybe I don't like the default trolls with the lack of tools that I have at the beginning of the game on this difficulty. This fight feels really good. That's such a cool, readable attack animation, too. Shit. Probably should have shielded that instead. Final teleport? Oh shit. Whoa, I wasn't expecting to take damage there at all. Best not be healing, dude. That's high on the list of shit I ain't trying to hear right now, I'll tell you what. Oh yeah, I hope so. There we go. Whew. Matty Elson. Nice. Give me your heart. Give me your heart.
Now the heart, brother. You'll have to get your hands dirty.
Yeah. This game, this series has always done really good with viscerality. It's a really important game feature that's difficult to quantify. It's more art than science. I was saying earlier that the way they do it with these blades is the slight slowdown. Just use the keyblade. Surgical precision. Cool. The bird has just been in the shot this whole time. No comment on it.
I have the heart. I need nothing more.
You're set. Can't
You're
have to
set.
linger here, though, eh?
Kratos.
Oh, cool.
Zeus.
Zeus?
My
Supposed to be
father.
dead.
Your father was Zeus? Well, that explains a lot.
What is that place?
Never go there. Understand?
Setting us up for later in the game.
How is he here? That is not possible.
It's just an illusion. Hell's known for torturing its inhabitants with their own past. We should focus on getting back to your son.
Let's use the heart for those things, maybe? I love that that thing's just back there. Mimir doesn't comment on it.
Yeah.
Mimir.
Ain't supposed to be here.
Hey, dude.
It's cold. Real quick, give me your blades.
Why?
Yeah, I said I'd help you, and I aim to. Come on.
I think it's going to be in the very late game.
My equipment's in Midgard. Be right back.
Plant.
Yeah. You don't suppose he nicked those, do you?
There. Now they're ready for the winds of hell. Just target this magical glowy bit here with your blades and throw.
That's why I was glowing earlier. Winds of Hell are very unstable and will be held for 10 seconds before returning to the last wind trap.
Now target that wind trap with your blades. It's that little ball hanging in the middle of the door there. See it? Just let her loose.
I see. Yeah, we saw some puzzles with these earlier.
See that? Now you can absorb and release the winds of hell whenever it damn pleases. So you're welcome and I'm leaving. This place is cold enough to freeze a pair of pigeon eggs.
I sometimes wonder if there was once some sort of accident in his brain.
We have been away too long.
Oh, sweet. Upgrade the Blades of Chaos. Yeah, Odin traded an eye to Mimir as well to gain wisdom, right? In this setting, Odin was torturing Mimir. He had like bound him to a tree. He had me cut his head off to carry him with me. It was really cool. I see. Great party across that bridge. I know, right? Seems like an entirely good idea. Oh, nice. That's cool. Dope. I can access this one from back here. Oh, I see. It closes the door while I'm doing it. It's good to know. Cool. Cool. I see, I gotta be pretty quick about this one. Ah, but that closes the door. Interesting. And it can only be at one place at a time, maybe? Trixie. Definitely one in there, but I don't think I will have to see it from here. Because of the ice, I can't get it from behind. I see. pretty great. How you doing, Vidifex?
Sorry, brother, I'm still stuck on what I heard back there. Zeus was your father?
Not now. We should focus on getting out of hell.
And with that, I cannot argue. I'll just contemplate that little nugget in silence then.
This might be set up to be just long enough to make this impossible. I bet it is. Can I get this chest over here now, or do I have to come back later? I bet I can climb up this thing. Never mind, don't answer that. I got it, I think. Didn't see the climby thing before. Unavowed? Haven't heard of it. What kind of game is it? Yo, give me some of that hardened dwarf steel. Yeah. I like etched crests. I mean, who doesn't? Oh, cool. Yeah, so I don't think this is a loading path so much as it is a preserve the solution to the previous puzzle path. Cool. Yeah, so I like how this mechanic, like I said earlier, like all of the progression mechanics have a difference to them, which not every Metroidvania will do. In a lot of cases, it's like, okay, a red missile's a red missile, a green missile's a green missile, red opens red, green opens green, but like, the way the missile functions doesn't really change, and they don't really exploit it for puzzle design space. But so far, every progression upgrade we've gotten, some of them have been closer to being like a key, but they behave differently enough that you get slightly different puzzles out of them. Just cool. Doors closed behind me? No. It's cooler this way. That sounds right. Hey, it's my favorite enemy. What's up, dog? Ow. Gotta dodge. Shit. Nice. Oh, parrying feels so good in this game. Armor shards, deadly war handles. Okay. You have to equip it at the dudes, so maybe not. That's strictly better. I like things that are strictly better. Kratos can only magically adhere to and climb conveyance walls, right? Someone put some gold paint on it. I'm so glad that's a thing, though. It's something that I think is, like, borderline correct. I've seen different games approach it a little bit differently. More and less explicit conveyance paints, but killing you in Horizon Zero Dawn. Breath of the Wild can really spoil you. I feel like that's the core pain. I think I can make this? This might be pushing the 10-second limit. Let's see. Oh, never mind, there's a second one there. Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn is incredible. The only thing that game did wrong was come out at the same time as Breath of the Wild. This makes me do any more damage or anything cool like that. Juggling. Yeah. I'm pumped to play more Horizon Zero Dawn. That's another one that I think if you guys vote for it, you'll probably get way more than your SP's worth. So I want to 100% it. I think increasingly what I'm feeling is I like games that have significant side content. The side content isn't just go kill 20 dudes or collect 30 doodads. It's like different maps, different enemies, unique bosses, that sort of stuff. Kingdom Hearts 3. Hey, hello. I still need the axe to kill those, maybe. Shit. Oh, it's fine. I'll get them after these guys are dead. Thank you. I like the scorpion attack against those guys. The nightmares. Gotta take advantage of that auto aim. Helps a lot. Self-insert fanfiction. Hidden son of Zeus, gain the Norse mythology and kill everyone. Oh, do I lose it all the way back? Hold on. Or did I actually manage to land this thing? I managed to land it. I thought I missed. Okay, cool. Let's see. Presumably there's another thingy here. It's probably not necessary to exit? Question mark. Try to find where I'm taking it before I get crazy here. All video game protagonists share a hatred of pots. Oh, interesting. Alright, I guess it's fair that it continues to get written in the journal. I could see them disabling it temporarily. Assuming the kid comes back, he might be permadead. Ah! It's almost certainly not the case, but would be interesting. That's probably the thing I have to take it to. Okay. It's a new wife. Oh, it's a pretty good one, Serp. This might be like a perfect stretch of the 10 seconds here. Nope. Alright, perhaps there's one that's halfway there. With another prayer. Although maybe that's makeable. I don't have the dash speed increase, but I feel like they wouldn't make me use that, you know? Ah, there it is. Tricksy, tricksy, tricksy. You get a lot of games like this where you kind of get the sense that if something feels like it almost should be possible, but it just barely isn't, that's probably not the way you're supposed to do it. It's the Mario Maker lesson, you know. Make your frame perfect jump and then add an extra block or two of forgiveness. Oh shit, alright, well that one's a little more aggressive. I hit it from behind, maybe? Is that advantageous to hit it from behind? Yes, very much so. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I guess the problem, though, is that, like, that would prevent you from going back to all the other stuff in the game that required Atreus. Maybe you could find some other way to bring it back. I don't think I've played a game that has successfully pulled that off. Oh, it's not a heavy one. Shit. Cyclone of Chaos. I like the Spartan Charge. I guess what I'm saying is every game where it's like, oh, there's still, you know, there's still spaces on the sphere grid that I need to unlock, there's still abilities that I haven't unlocked, there's still skill tiers that I haven't purchased, there's still weapons, like, that has always proven true and has always given away plot twists. But it would be really cool to make a game that goes to the trouble of adding all that stuff to really make you think, like, oh yeah, I still have 3/4 of the game to go. Nope. It's over. Oh wow, Chaos. Holy crap.
Gotta get home to your boy already.
Working on it. Upgrade my shit real quick though, please. New skills are now available. Great. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. $16, $10, $15. There's luck bonus on that. Hello, Portal. How are you? I think I'm good for now. Let's see if I want anything else. Might be able to craft this and then upgrade it. The reason I'm concerned about switching to it. Wish I could project out its max stats. This is only possible because I just killed that guy. This gives me an extra enchantment so I can maybe make up for some of the strength. More grizzly trophies. Oh, but now I need the hardened steel, which I want to save for boy. Okay. That's fine. Hey, what we got? That sounds fantastic. I love passive shit. Hold R1 seems nice. And a heavy combo finisher. I feel like these are mostly just set up to make sure that the game's not too complicated when you first start. They make them easy enough to unlock. Alright, first things first, I want to swap enchantments. Maybe, that one only gives it at 5. It's 25% resistance to status effects. I might not want that as much. I might want to slot that in when I actually need it. So that rarely actually comes up. Plus cooldown, blessing of runic on parry. Oh, new parry. Gets me some strength back. Let's see if I want anything else instead. Yeah. I like that as well. Plus 5 strength isn't as bad. I guess if you include the sigils. Defense differences and the vitality difference are both significant. Okay. He looks slightly less goofy now.
Say hi to the pimple flap for me when he's better.
Flap. Okie doke, let's go.
We shouldn't delay, brother. It's straight back to Midgard with that heart.
I'm on it.
Your father was Zeus? I finally understand. I'm dangling from the hip of the bloody ghost of Sparta.
Do not call me that.
Oh, don't mistake me, brother. From what I heard, the Pantheon had it coming. It's still a bit to take in. I knew you hate gods, but you really can't stay away from them, can you?
You must say nothing to the boy. He must never know.
Bollocks, brother. Respectfully, bollocks. He has to know. He'll never be whole without the truth. Look, I get it. You hate the gods. All gods. It's no accident that includes yourself. And it includes your boy. Did you see that? He feels that. He can't help what he is. He can't begin to help it because you haven't even told him. It's all connected, man.
You will tell him nothing.
Very well.
Alright, Kratos, you gotta come around here. This is a therapy thing.
Hey, so you know that shortcut between realms?
Hey!
Well, I made it better. Or I might have broke it.
We use that.
Perfect timing for it, because it would be silly to take the boat
I took a
again.
few gusts from them winds of hell and made it so it ain't just one way. Now you can use it to travel to and from.
Fantastic. Do some more side quests after we get Boy back.
There's an idea, brother.
Perfect. That was a correct choice. Like, I wonder if it originally let you travel anywhere and they decided to gate it. Because it would have been really anticlimactic to get back in the boat.
Just go, brother.
Beauty. I like how they don't let you go somewhere else here, because there's more pressing things. Big ol' loading screen. I wonder if this place is just almost always loaded in memory. I think it's fairly simple, it just loops until the door opens for you. Yeah, right. That was great. I love that whole sequence. Could read a lot on Kratos. He actually sounded emotional when he was yelling for Freya, too. It's just like your opinion, man.
Well, this isn't right. But close enough. He did say there were kinks.
We must hurry.
Interesting. Oh, it ported us out somewhere even closer.
The heart.
You have it.
Yes.
Back of your hand.
Just don't touch him with the giant metal flaming bracer.
I can break the fever, but to heal...
He must know the truth of what he is.
Yes.
That's what he meant to Mimir.
It is not so simple.
Help me prop him up. Did I tell you that I have a son, too?
It's Balder. It's Balder.
It's been... forever since I last saw him. At his birth,
Sorry,
the
my
wounds
shoulder pads
foretold
are
the
blocking
needless
your
death.
mocap.
The babe in my arms was so... small. So helpless. I knew right then I would do anything to protect him. No matter the sacrifice. Of course, everything I did for myself. I let my needs, my fears, come before what he needed.
Made it so he can't feel pain. Now he's all mentally ill as a
See
result.
his resentment until it was too late. Don't make the same mistake. Have faith in him. I know the truth isn't simple, but nothing is when it involves your child.
It is a curse. The boy has been cursed.
Don't leave without me.
I will not.
Tell him. Tell him, Kratos.
I'm better now.
I see that.
This whole convincing himself that he's immortal is pretty cool.
Well enough to travel.
For now.
It won't happen again. I promise.
You see that it does not.
That was your chance, Kratos. What are you doing? Tripping?
Freya, I will not forget this.
Cool.
Thanks.
That's gonna be tragic. When we eventually do kill Balder, she's gonna get all pissed.
Recover.
You have done enough.
You know my door is always open to you.
Brad. Brad.
That's Vanaheim, isn't it?
You figured that out, did you?
Well, the window looks like Bifrost crystal, and I know that's not what's on the other side of the wall. And, well, it makes you sad.
You are wise for one so young. Yes, this is a window to a home I left long ago. But it is only a view.
The thing that happened to you in Alfheim, you can't leave Midgard, can you?
A gift from my former husband upon our separation.
Why would Odin trap you in Midgard?
Petty cruelty would be reason enough for him. But as with all his rash decisions, he's driven by fear. The Vanir were the greatest threat to the Aesir until our marriage brokered peace. Many of the Vanir now think I betrayed them. The fruits of my sacrifice. To be hated by my own kind. To trap me here is to ensure I can never make it right.
cool.
So I was wondering, why do you live under a turtle?
He was my first friend here in Midgard. He offered me shelter, and in return I provide him with protection against the evils of the forest.
Golden boar, giant turtle? You sure have some interesting friends.
How patient Kratos is being for once. Okie doke.
Now then, before Modi so rudely interrupted us, we were just about to explore Tyr's vault.
Yes, to find the Black Rune. Boy, do you know the way from here?
Oh, I don't know.
Sure you do, lad. We need a boat.
I don't know. I guess we need a boat.
Okay then.
I really like the way they've handled Freya so far. I'm excited to see the direction they go with it to the end of the game. They've done a really good job of planting with it. The whole mistletoe arrow thing, him still having the mistletoe on his bow, or his quiver, I should say. Was there I actually, maybe I don't want to know the answer to this, but I noticed while he was lying on the bed, he didn't have the quiver.
Someone did call a serpent earlier.
So I wonder if there was a scene earlier where, oh, here we go. As I say, I was wondering if there was a scene earlier where he took the quiver and the bow from him and was holding it for him.
You are quiet. Are you not better?
I guess.
I know you overheard my talk with Freya. You think you understand, but you do not. Why do you say nothing?
You said I was cursed. You think I'm weak because I'm not like you.
No, I think
I know
you are like
what
me.
you wanted. But after all this, I thought maybe things were different.
You do not know everything, boy.
No. But at least I know the truth now.
The truth. The truth. I'm a god, boy. From another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god. And so were you.
Sorry, my shoulder pads are perfectly blocking your facial expression.
Say.
Can I turn into an animal?
Can you turn into an animal? No. No, I do not think so.
Aww. Aw, that's so heartwarming.
God. Mother knew? She was a god too?
No. She was mortal, but she knew my true nature.
I'm a god.
My son's a furry.
Why did you wait so long to tell me?
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god, it can be a lifetime of anguish and tragedy. That is the curse.
What sorts of things can I do? Can I fly? Or turn invisible? I don't feel like a god.
I do not know the reach of your godhood. But over time, we will learn.
The whole thing about the world serpent remembering him is interesting to me. You can summon spirit
You
animals
sure I
and
can't
shit.
turn into a wolf?
You are welcome to surprise me.
Is this why I hear voices sometimes? Are you sure you've never heard any?
Not as you do.
That's no surprise. Every god is unique.
So, maybe I won't get strong like Father, but I'll have abilities all my own?
You already do, laddie. Your faculty for language is extraordinary for one so young. Time alone will tell what else you'll become capable of.
Have an empathic
So
ability
you knew
as
all
well.
along.
I did, lad. But I've known more than my share of gods.
Me too, apparently.
Yeah, like, it has to be restated just how subtle this game is, which you don't really associate God of War with subtle. Like, you kind of just get the appearance from the mocap on Kratos and his voice acting when the kid is like, can I turn into an animal? That he's like
I wonder who else knew
amused at his innocence
Freya, for
and
sure.
relieved.
Rocky
Thought the
Sindri?
kid would be
They
freaked.
do not need to know.
Yeah, I like it.
Does he know? Is that why he's after us?
I can imprint a lot into Kratos, and I like that.
The
I
day
can
of
kind of
Balder's
read him.
funeral was the first I ever saw Balder. That is the truth.
Hey, we don't have to go right back to Tiersvald, do we? I mean, we're God. We can do whatever we want, right? What do you really feel like doing now?
Side quests! Now that I have work powers. I think that's still the Sindri side quest over this way. Hey, buddy.
Mimir, is there a story for the giant with the flaming sword?
Stuart the Brave? Of course. We've spoken so much of frost giants. It's about
Gosh, such
time we
questions.
instead met the most fiery giant of all. Back when Ymir first emerged from Ginnungagap, it was Stuart who followed next. He came from Muspelheim, the Fire Realm, bringing
Sorry, I have to interrupt this for a second.
heat to the young
Sorry. I could probably just work there.
cosmos, conjuring the sun from his primordial flame. Well, let's come back to that flaming sword, shall we? Stuart the Brave forged his sword of flame for one purpose alone: to burn down Asgard when Ragnarok comes at last. His destiny is to fall at the hands of Thor and Odin, but in so doing, strike the blow that leaves their realm in ash and ruin. And from that destruction, the world can be born anew. Until then, alone he waits in Muspelheim, never sleeping, ever honing his fiery blade. Brave, generous suit, who knows he lives but to his doom. All because he chooses to serve a grand cycle so much bigger than himself. To truly embrace your purpose and the patience and sacrifice it demands is to ensure your day will come.
Do you think we'll be there when that day comes?
I've seen enough of war between the gods, but you, little brother, who can say?
There was a cert fight in that Jotun game, right? Big guy with the fire beard. Oh, that was the Smith? Okay, disregard. Right. I see. But many of them are inspired. There are a couple real mythological figures in there, like, I really like the way they handled Jormungandr in that too, the World Serpent. Scary. Picking armor for stats. Yeah. It keeps interrupting cutscenes. I might have to change it later. I might try to get the fire armor. I don't like that Kratos' gloves don't match his armor. It's kind of driving me insane in every cutscene. We'll see. Maybe if I kill a Traveler, I'll get the Traveler gloves, even if they're a downgrade. God of Fashion. Sindri, my man.
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all.
I do wish more games would do transmogging.
Let's get started then.
Supporting it's not trivial, but it improves my enjoyment of games pretty significantly. Strength, defense. Did I just make him armor a little too early? Totally did, didn't I? Son of a bitch. 2 additional status damage. I think I want to save the hardened steel for his bow upgrade.
Something else for you then?
Looks good and has good stats. That's what I mean by like a transmogging system. I don't mind unlocking them at the same time. I think my favorite way of doing it is probably Starbound, where you can equip gear to a fashion slot, cosmetic slot. Feels like a really good way to do it. Solid.
That's fine. Always happy just to chat.
Oh, thanks. To decide if I end up preferring the blades or not.
I still can't believe his son would kill his own father. That's
their
crazy.
5th
Right?
plant about that.
I know.
Oh,
One
man.
side of the story. But
Yikes.
come on. His own father? I mean, I get angry at you sometimes, but...
Do you?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. A little. But I'd never stab you in the back.
No. I imagine not.
It's a joke in Futurama where Lur is with his son and they're talking about their like scout badges. One of them's a badge for patricide. We'll work up to that one.
The gate.
Maybe with the big water wheel.
My thought as well.
Here we go!
Alright, I like having these with him back. Yeah. T the terrestrial. Son of a bitch. Good job, kid. That was cool. Shit. No, it totally is. It's cool. Character arcs. Yoink.
What's that?
Oh, good job, kid. Damn. This game is good. Thank you, Force Camera Angle, confirming what the water wheel is accomplishing. There was also dialogue earlier that helped with that. Whoops. Oh, I can leave the axe for... that's cute. I like it. Triangle is still axe recall regardless. Ah. Later, Iker.
Be ready. We are done here.
Oh no, Yuko. Interesting. Perhaps there's another way back there. Oh, what's this? Nope. Or perhaps, yep. It's an interesting choice in this game where to jump while climbing, you have to point the camera at the thing you want to jump at. Like a prompt has to appear. I wonder if that's to prevent the player from like mashing circle.
When are you angry?
What?
With me. When?
Oh, I guess sometimes when you don't think I can do something, but I can.
It is not always easy to know what.
It's okay. I get it. I'm little. Where's that whetstone, I wonder?
Oh, hello.
Right side, brother!
Red ones do not have the same attack pattern, it turns out. Thank you. Shit. Thanks, kid. Ben, please don't walk in front of the screen. Shit. Right. I got used to not having the kid. Good job, kid. Proud of you. Ben just wants to kill a guy. Andrea and I watched the 1999 Mummy movie last night. I forgot that, like, the mummy is vulnerable to cats. You gotta forgive Ben for all the times he's been a jerk, because he's protecting our house from mummies. It's like that Simpsons episode where it's like, Dad, this rock protects against tigers. I don't believe that. Do you see any tigers around here? Lisa, I want to buy your rock. I know, right? 99. Good movie. It's aged pretty well.
It is over.
It's got damsel in distress Bechdel test problems, but what movie didn't back then? I watched a really interesting opinion that suggested that Independence Day, which I think was a 97 movie, was like the original stupid action movie. If that makes sense. Like, action movie that is not designed for a smart audience. I enjoyed that movie. It's fun in the same way a lot of modern stupid action movies are fun. But I had never really thought of Independence Day as having been fallible before. I know, right? Can't believe they did it with... I mean, I don't mind Tom Cruise. He's in some of my favorite movies, but... Ugh.
Hey, check this out. Whoa.
Yeah. I like it too. I had never thought of it that way before, so it kind of took me a second. At first I was like, the hell problem do you have with Independence Day? The argument was pretty sound, like this kind of standard Disney action movie where all tension is constantly deflated through comedy was part of it. Right. It's perfectly serviceable. Like, the movie's not bad.
Going in the journal?
It's stupid. This is an important distinction. There are plenty of great stupid movies, like Con Air. I wouldn't even say it's a B movie. But it started the dumb blockbuster was the point they were making. Perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable, you know, it works. Audiences will enjoy it. The lore there? Ooh, it's might be too late for me to try to find it now. It wasn't Mirror's Tale, it wasn't a scroll. It was a rune. It's probably these ones. Giants. Should read those the instant they pop up again. I kind of got bad about doing that. I definitely want to read all the codex. I might do that at some point later in the game. Nicolas Cage has a better southern accent. Put the bunny back in the box. Got some break stuff. Good. I like that those shine while you're aiming. I noticed while I was watching Andrew play this game's pretty button dense. which is fine if you're like a veteran gamer. They really, like, every button does something, and there's a lot of things that require you to use modifiers. She was struggling with the camera, actually. This game never, I don't think there's an auto camera option. So she was doing this a lot. And like whenever I'm playing a game, I'm always doing this, moving the right stick at the same time with the left stick. I didn't even really consider that as a possible impediment to enjoyment. Oops. I know, right? We were trying to get Andrea's mom to play Stanley Parable, which we were like, okay, that's probably the easiest possible game that you could play. And what she kept doing, which is really interesting, I had never encountered this before, but she would like, let's see if I can give an example. And it was first person, so it made it harder for her to realize what was happening, but she would like run into the door frame and get stuck on the door frame like this, and she'd be pressing up on the stick, and she wouldn't move, and she wouldn't know why she was stuck, right? And all of us, me, Lisa, Matt, and Andrew would be like, oh, you're stuck on the door frame, you have to move a little bit to the side. But it was just completely counterintuitive to her and completely intuitive to us. I'm like, I wonder if that's something that VR helps with, because then you're always turning with your head. And obviously you're not going to walk into a door frame. Nice.
I think you got him.
I think I've heard that line before, that's funny.
I like when they're that easy.
I know, right? Oh, where's that prop? I feel a lot more comfortable with a controller. I can do mouse and keyboard fine, but like, it feels a lot more effortless. I'm thinking and it's happening. It's like a limb. When I have a mouse and keyboard, I feel like I sometimes have to pause and convert.
What happened over there?
Get the Reaper ship. They really place themselves in the world. Huh? The movement stick lines with that. I see. Right. I wonder if someone's figured out the optimal set of games to introduce someone to gaming. There has to be one, right? Rex. Shepard. Oh, I see it. Cute. Thank you, conveyance scratches. Ah, very nice prop. Andrea's boss is going to be retiring soon, and she was thinking about getting into video gaming in her old age. We were trying to pick a game for her to start with, and I was going to recommend The Witness, because she's super into puzzles. There's no dexterity challenges in that.
That ghost son? How do you know?
The sigil. It matches the dagger we found in his father's back. He stood his ground, but it was not enough.
They betrayed him.
Betrayal begets betrayal. My guess, the young one murdering his dad didn't sit well with the others.
He thought himself ready to lead. It cost him his life.
Like, I'd never murder my father, and Kratos like, yeah, Me neither.
The whetstone.
That's something we have in common, kid. Never would kill our dads.
Yes. They used it to smash his face in.
They did? Ew.
Hey, what's up? My favoriteest enemy in the whole wide gulp shit. Oh, there's an ice one too. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. I hate accidentally pushing in the left stick. It's probably the input I make by mistake more often than any other accidental input. Ooh, what's this? Shattered Gauntlet of Ages. Oh, so it doesn't do anything right now. That's interesting. Okay. Probably needs the other gauntlets to combine. Shit. There's another one here? All the while. How dare you? That's right. Thanks, kid. Good job.
I wonder why they left this whetstone behind. If Sindri wants it, it must be really useful.
Well, lad, reavers have very specific priorities.
Obviously,
if
start
it's
with
not
Dark
shiny
Souls.
and you can't eat or drink it, might as well use it as a blunt object.
I should see it. Maybe I can do some Googling. I wonder if anyone's like really thought hard about a good order of games introduced to just about any gamer. I know that where are they? Child's Play has like a list of suggested games for sick kids in a hospital based on how old they are and what kind of why they're in the hospital, right? That might be a good start. Oh, thanks, kid. Damn, you're on that shit. Atreus might be my favorite escort character. Elizabeth was pretty good in Bioshock Infinite. I like his combination of like, mechanical utility and his importance to the story. His growth throughout the game. My ability to control him somewhat. I'm gonna give up on Undertale, but I didn't expect it. Oh. Yikes, yeah. And that part comes off as pretty... Like, a lot of people are gonna first try that and say it's trivial. I could see it being hard for someone that's not a gamer, though. Fuck out of my area.
That's showing him.
What I thought. Mom could be up here, Mom. Good games for kids. Walking simulators are probably a good first start, but even then I feel like Stanley Parable was not a very good sell as we thought it was going to be. Stanley Parable only really makes sense if you get it. We had Andrea's dad play it also, and he obeyed every direction. Actually, it wasn't until the very end of the game where he asked a question, what am I supposed to do? He hadn't asked that yet because the game was pretty clear about what he had to do. And the very last decision, he's like, what am I supposed to do here? And Lisa was like, oh, you have to make a choice. And as soon as he realized that choice was possible, he disobeyed.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
Meta commentary, I mean, love those remarks. Yeah, exactly.
There's a scroll here. It belonged to the sun. Wow, this goes on and on.
Dad, while you're off hunting and pillaging, Granddad raised me, taught and cared for me. I loved him, and you stabbed in the back. I hated you. That was a way of changing things.
Father, forgive me, filled with remorse, forget my actions.
Had he thought before taking action, there would be no need for regret, yes?
Yeah. Maybe we should bring this to his father. Back at the
Hey,
store.
look at that. Skyrim dungeon looping. I love it. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. There should be another exit over this way, right? Perhaps? Walking simulator might be good for a person who likes narrative experiences. Yeah, right. I don't think there's any right way to do it, unfortunately. I think there is merit in trying to find something that's a low barrier to entry from a controls perspective. That's pretty hard to get right. Tetris is pretty simple. I think the mouse is very intuitive for most people, but keyboard controls are not. You could make some sort of device that's like the left half of a controller with an analog stick and some basic shoulder buttons. And then a mouse on the right. It might be easier for some people to start with. I bet something like that already exists. Yeah, but like a replacement for the keyboard. You would still use a mouse. And I bet you could make one that just kind of converts the stick inputs to W, A, S, and D through X input or something like that. And default maps like control to the left bumper. Oh dear, are we gonna make it 50 minutes? I guess we'll find out. I'm a big fan of auto run in games, especially with mouse and keyboard controls. Most of the time you generally want to move forward and then adjust your trajectory by turning the camera. It's made a lot easier with something like auto run. Anyway, I'll keep thinking on it.
What's that down there?
So if I were a developer and making video games wasn't fucking impossible, didn't require a decade of blood, sweat, and tears, and I could just will a game into existence, I would love to do the Master Apprentice co-op game, where one player is a hardcore gamer and the other player is a complete amateur, and as you progress through the game, you kind of swap roles. If you could get it right, I think that would be rad.
We found your whetstone.
Oh, wonderful! This staining is unusual.
The Reavers
5
used
is
it
as
to
far
smash
as is
another Reaver's
reasonable.
face in.
Oh, wonderful. Here, for your trouble.
Skill perk activation, you're going
I
to help
can't wait
person
to
any
test out the
successful
new
access.
whetstone. It may not look like much, but it's practically humming with magic. I've needed a new one after my brother borrowed the last one. I saw him spit on it.
To lube it up!
He said. I didn't ask for it back.
It's a pretty good impression.
So, you and Brock are kind of famous.
Well, you're half right. Whatever did you hear?
That you made Thor's hammer.
Oh. Yes. We did do that. Mjolnir put us on the map. It was a legendary run. Gods and kings knew our brand. We really did make quite a team.
So what happened?
Oh, well, that's a long story. Things happened that made it difficult to find that certain spark, you know? Inspiration is a fickle mistress.
Huh?
Oh, enough distractions. You see the mess I have to clean up around here? I'm feeling creative today.
Oblivion Stone. There's a lot of luck. Probably would have taken that if I hadn't already invested in. Although I guess I'm not using the Oblivion Stone for anything else. Oh god. Anxiety. Pretty sure that's Darkest Dungeon. Bro. Shattered Gauntlet of Ages. Blades I can't do. I still need the Hardened Steer. Deal. Upgrade the breastplate of the Traveler another step. Get an extra socket. That seems pretty good.
Clarity, good help.
Oh, I will. Grizzly Trophy. 5 more. Armor shards. I just used them. Son of a bitch.
Now don't be a stranger.
Alright, how we doing? Side quests. Ulvic's Bones. Love to find more Valkyries. That'd be great. Couldn't do that, that's fine. Yeah. I think a keyboard is by default a little bit more intimidating just because like you already have someone might not even be keyboard literate but would like to get into video gaming. Yeah, she did. Oh, Andrea. More stories, Mimir. Or Kratos. I burn through my Aesop's Fables too fast.
You want a beach here?
Do I? Oh, maybe I do. Alright, hold on, let me get those two.
Wow, it's like there is an entire city under the water.
Aye, lad. A forgotten city.
What was it called?
Well, I forgot.
Nice little quick one. Ruins of the Ancient. Ice fella, perhaps? That's such a flavorful way to lock a chest.
Hey, it's a fragment of a language cipher.
Oh,
We should look for more
Niflheim.
like this.
Interesting.
Here we go.
Probably need the axe, even though it's ice. Shit. Double shit. Thanks, kid. Sometimes struggle to tell when I pick those up or not.
Moving a bit slow.
I lost all my stun there. Try it again.
No.
Too much to do with your right hand when using a controller. I suppose that's true. I like with the controller you kind of get to share the load. Share the load. Across your left and right hand. I'd like to. Oh, there goes my chance. That's not a health stone, that's an item! Don't need items right now. Yeah, I don't know if I can really rage this guy effectively though, since he's only weak in his heart. That's why I'm not doing it. What do we got? Poison resist. Okey doke.
Boy.
Sir. Treasure map. All right.
I acknowledge that, I acknowledge that mouse and keyboard are superior for FPS. I don't like it though. Like if I play Overwatch on PC, I would prefer to play it on a controller because it's more comfortable for me. But I'll give in and do mouse keyboard because it's better. I guess the only game that I'd really prefer a mouse keyboard on is something like Diablo. But then I'm not really using movement keys. I'm holding down force move and the character's moving towards my cursor. I'm pretty advantaged in being able to touch type. I can thank playing online games for a really long time for that. I used to play an early Korean MMO when I was like 10 years old. Did not have a GCD, and it was pre-voice communication. So if you were in trouble, you had to type it in between attacking. Better get that shit out fast or you're gonna die. And so I typed 120 words per minute. Yeah, I can't type home row. Remember I took a typing class. I was already like 100 words per minute at the time, doing it my own way, but if I did it home row, I was like 30 words per minute. I can't do it. Oh, that's interesting. I just use these 3 fingers. Using your telekinetic powers. Isn't that the dream? Just be a floating blue energy ball and exert your will upon objects. That is exactly what it is. These guys resist the fire. Looks like they do. That's interesting. I have a lot of anxiety in rage mode about using my rage as efficiently as possible. So I just spam R1 despite having a bunch of other options. I think I got the thing where I like throw a boulder. Let's see if I have there. Skills here. Yeah, let's throw the boulder. Probably will never use that. I had something else to spend XP on. What was it? I remember unlocking it and not coming back to it. This little runic attack kill, which basically never happened. No, it wasn't skills. It was something where I was like, I'll wait till I have all the abilities before I start spending XP on that. Let's see if I can find it. Is it runic attacks? No. Can? Oh, there it is on the right side. I see it now. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Fantastic. The best moves. Do we want that? I might still replace this. I like that it's passive, but I don't remember to use it often enough. Definitely use the other one. ASDF is what I was taught for home row. I can't use it though. Flies from the furthest reaches of hell. Okay. Take by 15%. Oh yeah, we just got that. It's cute. why there's a notch on the F and J keys of most keyboards, though, assuming home row.
What are you fools doing back here? Come to pilfer my boots and small clothes?
We found your son. He was betrayed too.
He
We
got
found part of his
wrecked.
journal. It sounded like he regretted killing you.
Fat
There are
lot
the
of good
effects.
that does me. How'd he go out? He die fighting?
We found 4 corpses near his. They were decapitated.
Ha! Vandrid always did keep his sword nice and sharp. A lesson he picked up from me.
Hi, Ben.
He's
Try the cat cam real quick. Oh, wait, he might be moving.
Knowing he's in Valhalla sets me at ease. Thanks.
He's in Valhalla because we know he died
We
fighting.
did a good thing. I'm glad we came back here.
That thief did not deserve the peace you gave him.
Bonus to all stats.
Maybe so. Still, it feels good to help people. Even the dead ones.
So much like your mother.
Dude, I wonder if the quest dialogue changes based on when you do it in the story. If you delay some of those early quests until after he's kind of improved his relationship with the kid, if he's less of a dick. I might be doing what the developers certainly want, which is imprinting that onto the game even if it wasn't there intentionally. Oh, hell yeah. That was worth it. Shit. Dag, yo. Very nice. Doing on those stats in general. Pretty good. Doing quests before you had Mimir. That's... You want that to happen, though? Like, that's that uncollapsed wave function thing? Where you think, oh man, this must be custom, based on my specific playthrough. First playthrough of Mass Effect 3. Oh man, this Rachni mission must have been based on the decision that I made in Mass Effect 1. That feels really good. It must be totally different in the other playthrough, and you go to the other playthrough and it's exactly the same. You're like, shit. Well, that feels less good. Pretty low on side quest now? Question mark? Whoops. Let's do this Bones quest.
There's a lot to see here.
That'd be nice. Treasure maps are tough. I can look at it real quick. Well, we know it's by a triptych. Probably by the Thor triptych. I just don't remember where that was. I don't think it's marked on the map where the statue was before I destroyed it. I'll think about it. Hey, friend. I love that they chose to make the World Serpent friendly. Makes sense. Wonder if like Fenrir will be friendly as well.
I wish Mom were here.
Back to the Lake of Nine. So all excited to get my free warp ability to help with side quests, and I haven't used it once.
Should we dock on this beach?
Yes. Forgotten Caverns.
Bothar, Frimund, Eric.
Are you okay?
No, son. My goods are underwater. My men are drowned, and yet their bodies continue to walk the beaches.
Hellwalkers. They plague these lands.
I was their captain. They died because of me. But these abominations sully their memories.
Side quest ghosts.
I will find a way to free them from their tortured state. In this, I am determined.
Kill the Hellwalker crew. Oh well. Oh, and I'm trying to know as little as possible about what's coming up in the game yet. If you'd like, if you type !hide before your message, you can discuss stuff in chat without me being able to see it. Or give away stuff like that, potentially. Excited to find more of them. I think that was my favorite fight in the whole game so far. Boy.
Hey, it's another treasure map.
Yeah, that was a really, really cool fight. That felt the most like a Dark Souls boss to me so far. Well, actually, no, the Hell Troll was pretty close too. Felt like it had a bunch of very readable, very dodgeable attacks. Reasonably phased, reasonable hit point total. Couple games challenge your preconception of what control schemes are suited. Yeah, oh, there's a game, was it like Too Human or something that came out that violated the way everyone was doing camera control?
To Govi?
Your mother. What have you left unsaid?
I guess... I just want to know if she's okay.
She is dead, boy.
I know that, You don't understand.
Neither do you.
Hey, Portal. You did Dark Souls 3 with the keyboard? Really? That's very surprising. It's cool to hear that it worked, though. Not one of those things, okay. There are a couple of those on islands I had visited before. Hello. Shit. Just dodge the other direction next time. Woof. There we go. So we can't dodge backwards with those guys. I think I've usually stun locked them before they pull out the claws like that. Try that again. Sure, but I don't think anyone's actually arguing for Guitar Hero controller or a dance pad as a effective way to play a game like that. It's mostly been to show off. Hey, thanks, Portal. Alright, let's try that again. Maybe not die this time if we can help it. Wonder if it saved me killing the raven. I think so. Successfully changed weapons that time. I'm gonna get a better feel for the range on that. Yeah, I don't know how to get away from that. It's not dodging right, it's not dodging left, it's not dodging back. We have to dodge into it.
You don't look too good.
Yeah, no kidding. That was pretty cool. Experimenting with switching to the axe to try to use... I guess runic attacks are maybe more interesting when you have access to more of them. That was pretty dope. Cool way to die. Alright. Third time's a charm. Random hard difficulty wolvers kicking my ass. I need to learn how to dodge their red attack. I don't know yet. I probably have to dodge roll into it or take advantage of iframes or something. That attack, yeah. Dodging back doesn't do it. Dodging left doesn't do it. Okay, I just have to wait longer to dodge. I think that's the answer. So it's an iframes thing. You are not allowed to dodge me. Only I may do that. How dare you? That wasn't quite right. I waited a little bit longer. Maybe I have to wait to the last possible second. That attack gives a heads up really early or something.
What's that?
First try.
Discovered opportunities for hunting and trade in these lands. I gave up my search for Jotunheim long ago. Leave that for the younger, more hopeful men. But I was overeager.
Okay.
What would you say to Mom?
Nothing.
Nothing?
There is
Kill it
nothing
first.
left to say.
What about everything we've done so far? That man coming to the house? Talking to the world serpent? We've done so many amazing things. I just want to tell her about them. Don't you?
Without context, that's kind of silly.
What else would you say to her?
I tell her that we're both okay. Not to worry about us.
Betray us, I miss her too. You know this.
Aw.
I thought I knew very little.
Good job, Kratos. Proud of you. It really makes me think that the dialogue changes if you do these quests after
The
that
final
sequence.
Yeah.
We might as well return them to the spirit. Maybe he will keep his word.
I know she's not coming back, okay? I know. I just... Never mind. I just gotta return the bones.
Let's do it. At this point, it would be surprising if, like, it did work, right? Is this like Metroidvania Island over here? I see a lot of progression thingies. I guess I'll pop on there real quick. We still don't know who blew the horn earlier. Come on. The runner at GDQ use a keyboard? Wow. Yeah, no kidding. It goes real fast when I'm playing this game, for me anyway. Hidden area discovered. Light elf outpost. Ah. I didn't do shit. Hey friend. Any buddies? That was weird. He's like holding a thing.
Prepare yourself.
So much for being prepared. Shit. Appreciate your effort, kid. Oh, cool. Shit. That blind thing, I don't know what causes that. It might just be an ogre thing. I will be if I can finish the stun. Oh, I guess not. Thought I had him at full stun and was going to be able to go kill the other guys. There you go. Safe travels. You so clean, Ben? Come on. He's so hungry is what he is. Wow, that really went badly. Alright, why don't we start with the axe and try to get the Draugr that's off the ledge. We almost won that last one. If I had had like one more tick of stun damage, I would have jumped on the thing's back and killed the other guys. I miscalculated. That's one. Thanks, Mimir. MVP. Maybe stop throwing rocks at me? There's the iframes. I wasn't close enough to him to counter there. There, it's what we wanted to happen last time. Perfect. Sweet. Not recommended by 6 out of 7 doctors. He gets a good. What, from big head trauma? It is Metroidvania Island. Shit. Oh, I think this is a treasure back out after this. Thought I had a treasure map with a door like that. Maybe its doors are common, I don't remember. The door permanently opens, so probably not. Let me check though. No. 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 That's one way. That's pretty cool. Oh. I thought I was hitting a Odin bird earlier. I was just murdering a seagull. It's okay, they're like the rats of the sea, right? If you guys see the other runes for this chest, let me know. Looks like they're getting pretty hit. That's still super cool. Never get tired of it. Alright, there's one more seals. Oh, it's a tear. Let's regret it. Or not. Shit, I missed my opportunity to... Beauty. Taking a gander. Hey, that's even better. I don't have to fight anything. Might have an easier time with some of those Realm Tear enemies I had to skip earlier. It's a bummer because I was super close to beating them the one time. Shortcut. Yeah, that does something later. This is perhaps less of a Metroidvania island and more of a Light Arrow island. So far, anyway. Well, I guess I needed the magic chisel for part of it. feel like these things reward you for looking up. Gamers typically do not do. My intuition for the range on throwing the Blades of Chaos is really bad right now. I think it goes about an inch further than it actually does. I get used to it. Now, the chest is there. We still need one more rune. Howdy!
So bad.
Okay, so is there a crystal I can pick up and move? One question. Can I see another rune from here? Is another question. There was one I could pick up way back from here. Check it in a second.
Hey, check this out.
Check what out? For some reason, Kratos' gait when he's carrying a crystal is funny to me. It's like a little power walk. Just sick dance move. It's gotta suck for Mimir, man, bouncing around like that all the time. He'll get motion sick. I guess he wouldn't have anything to throw up. Oh well. Still looking for runes. Guessing it's another perspective thing. I have to be standing in a certain area to see it. One little blue rune. That'll trigger. Got that one triggered. This is just a shortcut back down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jan. Wonder if it's possible to feel nauseous without a stomach. Because you can feel dizzy. He still has ear crystals or something. Headache. Where's the last room? I might ask for help on this one if anyone happens to remember where this one was. Not yet, I will finish exploring the area first and see if I naturally run into it. Oh, never mind, just found it. Whoops. Yeah, Serpa's just making a joke as well. Can't wrap my head around it. Hey. Apple? Apple. Oh, I got a ways to go. Itun? Apple? No, over my head was another head joke. It's okay. We can't all be masters of whatever it is Serp is a master of. Seriously?
Almost ready.
Way to kill him. Good job, kid. Seriously? Alright. Well, that didn't go very well. Whoops, forgot about that. Missed with every shot, kid, but it wasn't your fault. I knocked him down. That's the thing I'm gonna pick up and move. I think I'm gonna finish this island before we wrap today. We're getting close to time here, but... I'm gonna fight somebody out here. Maybe not. Ooh, summon Ratatosk to unearth consumables. Interesting. It's interesting that that's how they are going to do Ratatosk. I guess they could either give me a health globe or a rage globe. Keep that in mind for boss fight in the future. Pristine Scales of the Realm. Found only at the Light Elf Outpost. Huh. No kidding. A shitty offering to Odin that was. I guess it all being light arrows is why it's the Light Elf Outpost toy. Alright, getting ready for a jolly little jog here. Do do do. I feel like that's probably the only way to move while carrying something heavy on your shoulder, but it's just, he looks so, like, jolly while doing it. That's cute. Free items though? Or is it bullshit? Might be a different. Oh, nope. It's not a different color if it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. Ooh, I got whacked in the face during that. Yikes. Alright, I might need to stop there because I don't know if I can fight 3 purple dudes. I'm gonna give it one more try, maybe. Benjamin, God of Famine. That's him. He's starving right now. Okay, lovely. I'm wrapping up here. So I can't do that to any of those guys, so. Nope. No go out there. Waffles Bane. Consumer of bread, but only partially. Consumer of 1 bite of each slice of bread. The Loaf Corruptor. Alright. Thanks, folks. This has been fun. Really enjoying this game a lot. Let you guys know what's coming up tomorrow and next week.